We all love to look out for ourselves, and for good reason. We like to manage deer, we like to see these deer grow to old ages, and of course we love to hunt them. But there's something even more special about passing that on to the next generation. This is Deer and Deer Hunting TV. The whitetail's defense mechanisms, three big ones: sight, sound, hearing, and smell.
A whitetail has incredible eyesight. They don't see like we do. They see movement especially well. They hear even better than we do. They're especially good at pinpointing the source and location of a sound. But its nose is its number one line of defense. It's everything for a whitetail deer. It's how it maintains its security and its life longevity.
Whitetail's sense of smell is unlike any other creature on earth if we compare it to a dog and a human. A whitetail has 300 million olfactory receptors. 300 million. A dog has 200 million. You or I, probably you, because I have terrible sense of smell.
A human has 5 million olfactory receptors. That shows you how much better a whitetail nose is compared to a canine's, but especially our own.
And that all comes down to the epithelium lining in their nasal passages. A whitetail has 90 square centimeters, if you want to think about it in inches, because I hate the metric system too, about 35 square inches of lining in their nasal passages, one tiny molecule of scent, and that's why the deer can smell us so well. A dog has about 2/3 less than that, and a human much, much, much less than that. So number one is their sense of smell.
As a deer hunter, that's our number one problem. And so when you're trying to overcome a whitetail's nose, there's such a learning curve. It's a steep task to overcome, to achieve. And so you're trying to ensure that you are setting yourself up for success as best you can, dealing with something that has so many olfactory receptors that it's not even fair.
Wait, he's got that front foot forward, you know. So kind of put it right there on his shoulder.
Deer and Deer Hunting TV is brought to you by
There's a lot of things you can do to combat a whitetail's nose or minimize the likelihood of being smelled by a deer, but it's never fully guaranteed. A whitetail's nose is just so good.
So there are three ways that we can combat a whitetail's sense of smell. Number one, always is going to be the wind. Absolutely number one. Number two is our efforts at scent control.
Using good quality scent reduction sprays, as well as scent reduction soaps and deodorants. Using scent reduction detergent in your clothing.
And that's taking a shower in Scent Killer Gold for me, because it works. It keeps me as scent free as I can make myself. And I also use the Scent Killer wipes, the sprays, anything I can do, any extra little advantage I can take to keep that foreign odor from the woods. And the third thing is how you're hunting.
One of the best ways is to hunt from an enclosed, hard-sided blind, like a bank's, and even that is not 100%.
You can keep those windows shut, that keeps everything in, and actually buys you time until you wait for that deer to come into shooting range. These are all things that you can teach that young hunter, take them on a youth hunt, the future of our activity, our pastime. You can teach them scent control. You can teach them how a deer sees different things, colors, movements, and also they can learn how we as hunters fund the future of this activity. How our tax dollars are actually directly going back to us and preserving nature at the same time.
Hey, there's your deer. Do you see it? Didn't go very far, did it?
No, I got stuck.
Oh, Laura's stuck in the fence.
What's the purpose of a youth deer hunting season? It's pretty simple. To maintain and recruit more hunters for the future. You might say, well, that doesn't affect me, I don't care. It doesn't matter if there's hunters in the future. You should, because youth seasons help propagate the number and also help maintain the American system of wildlife funding. The American system of wildlife management relies on hunters, fishermen, and trappers to fund the efforts for scientific wildlife management, fish management, and so on. In deer hunting, that's critical. We need professional managers statewide in every state. We think we can do this ourselves. We can on our own properties to a certain extent, but from a macro level, statewide level, region level, we need professional management, and it is shown. That's why we have taken the white-tailed deer from an animal that was almost shot out of existence in 1900, 500,000 by the way at that time in the entire country, to today where we have pre-colonial whitetail populations in the United States. We're talking 33 million deer in America. That is all due to hunters, anglers, and trappers way back in the 1930s, early 1930s, asking for that Pittman-Robertson Act, which was critical for funding for wildlife management in North America.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
The other main reason, obviously, is much more local and organic, and that is bringing our kids into the hunting community, which is a lifestyle. Let's face it, we live this stuff day to day, and we don't want to see that lifestyle go away. It not only teaches kids proper wildlife management, it also bonds families and communities and gives families especially that one-on-one time that you just don't get anywhere else.
One particular deer hunt that just really epitomized the challenge of overcoming the whitetail nose was guiding a youth hunter that season in his real first attempts at deer hunting.
We're here trying to get my first deer. We've went a few times with not maybe the best of luck. If we get one today, it will be the first opportunity to shoot a deer that we're actually allowed to shoot, which, you know, wasn't
We saw that one time we saw the one young buck that we have on the farm that we can't shoot. That's right.
so we're hoping to get some experience under the belt, some successful experience.
There's one fixing to come right in here to us in just a second. She's coming. Shoot her whenever you can. Meh. Meh. You got her.
The doe ran off, crashed. It was all good. Deer down quickly, ethical shot, straight heart shot, in fact, with the crossbow. And it was so early in the hunt that we decided to just sit and wait.
We're going to celebrate, but we've still got about 2 hours of daylight left. And so Mr. Levi here, he still has a buck tag in his pocket. So we're going to hang tight. He wants to sit and watch deer. If we see any more does and smaller bucks, that we'll just watch them, video them, photograph them. But he did say if a nice big buck steps out, he wants to shoot it, and I don't blame him. So that's what we're going to do. I think he's going to come in. Be right there. I mean, right there. He's coming. Just be steady. You're stacking them up, man.
Yeah. That was a 9-pointer, right?
That's that 9-pointer with the drop time.
That's an accomplishment, I think.
I think that's about as perfect of a shot as you could ever ask for.
I guess that's beginner's luck.
Check him out. Well,
that's a pretty good first spot.
I think so. I think you're exactly right on that. And check out that drop tine. I've never shot a deer with a true drop tine. That's a true drop tine. That's very unique and really cool. I'm happy for you, man.
Yeah, that's definitely a story.
Think so?
Oh yeah, this definitely makes up for the one that we couldn't shoot the first time.
Yeah, we had to let him go. But this one, that's not something you see around here very much.
Deer and Deer Hunting TV is brought to you by
So Seth, you know I love coyote hunting, predator hunting of all sorts. Horny's got some big news in a caliber, don't they?
We do, that's right, Mark. The 22 ARC, the advanced rifle cartridge. And this thing for a 22 caliber is a real hot rod. It's fast, it's flat, it's accurate, and it's got authority when it gets there. And you can do a lot with this, but man, if you're a coyote hunter, this is your dream cartridge.
And it works in what platform?
The AR-15, America's platform.
There you go. It is America's platform. I mean, if you don't have an AR-15, you're not American.
Right.
And if you're not trying out this caliber, wow.
Yeah.
So what's the velocity on this?
So for the AR-15 shooter, this is perfect. For the bolt gun guy, it's equally at home there. What we have in our hand here is the 62 grain in our V-match line. Muzzle velocity on a 24-inch barrel, 3,300 feet per second. So that's fast, that gets to the target really quickly, and you put that performance in your gas gun, and now you're getting 22-250 type ballistics out of a quick, fast handling AR-15.
I think people are gonna really warm up to this, especially for predator hunting, but just all around everything on an AR platform. It's something new, something fun, something fast.
That's right. What's really great about this is in an AR platform, this is about as far as you can push the boundaries of performance with the cartridge design, the bullets design, the velocity. And when you're looking at coyotes, there's nothing that makes a guy feel better when that coyote hangs up at 500 yards and he sits down and he barks at you. You need that long range capability, and the bullets that this cartridge is designed to use will maximize your long range shots. They deflect very little in the wind. They drop very little due to gravity, plus with that high muzzle velocity, from 0 to 600, 700, 800 yards, this thing will take a coyote no problem.
Found at a sporting goods store near you.
That's right, yeah,
All
the 22 ARC for 2024.
I'm excited. I want to get on it. I got to start searching for the right platform. So this is it for me, for new predator hunting.
It's going to be great, and if you're a deer hunter and you're not actively trying to take coyotes out, you're not doing a benefit to your deer herd, to your turkey herd. I mean, this is really an obligation as a conservationist to help thin those coyotes out. That's a heck of a lot of fun. So whether you're a gas gun or a bolt gun, check out the 22 ARC.
Predator management right there with the new 22 ARC.
Okay, so the season is fast approaching and you might have mounted a brand new scope on your rifle. A trick I like to use is something they taught me many, many years ago. It's called a short zero. And this is especially helpful for guys and gals who don't have access to a long range and don't have a lot of time to get their rifle sighted in before the season. For me as a rifle hunter, 100 yards is usually my go-to. And to get that 100 yards, if I don't have the time or if I don't have the 100-yard range to do it, I sight it in at 25. And most people are going to tell you, gun experts are going to tell you, if you're going to do the short range, you're going to do it at 25 yards and you're gonna try to shoot about 3/4 of an inch low. I don't get into those semantics. For me, I want it dead on at 25, and I know that this is gonna be a little bit high at 100, which is normally what I prefer. So today, we don't have a lot of time. I have my new right-on scope on here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sight it at 25, see where I'm at, and then make the adjustments from there. So this year I went with a new right-on Primal 5 scope. I really like this. It has a 44mm objective. This allows for shooting in low light conditions, and it happens, you know, that sun is going down, we're hunting over a big crop field. The smaller that objective, the less light, the bigger the objective on this scope. It's gonna extend my range for me and allow me to make that longer shot as the sun is fading. And it's 2 to 12 power. Another thing I really like about this Primal scope, they call it the dual throw. Basically, what this allows me to do is quickly and efficiently adjust that power. So if I'm all the way up, I know I'm at 2 power, I'm at the lowest power. And if I dial it all the way to the left, I'm at the highest power. The nice thing about that though is, let's say I've left it here on 4 power, I can mentally make a note and say, okay, 9 o'clock is about my halfway point. And if I'm hunting in the heat of the moment, you know that if we're in Nebraska or if we're somewhere and we gotta have a quick shot, we know I'm about half power, this is gonna be good, this isn't gonna be good, and I can quickly adjust it. So if you have a new scope or you're pressed for time, try the Short Zero. I think you're gonna find that it's really gonna help you get on target quicker, and you can make those fine adjustments later on. I have to tell you, I'm really impressed with the right-on optics, the quality that's put into the scope, and the performance at a price that I think you really appreciate. Check them out at rightonoptics.com.